There's a specific dread that comes with staring at a completely blank piece of paper. It's the weight of potential, the feeling that whatever you put down next must be flawless, or it isn't worth doing at all. We see this in the story of a young girl named Vashti. Sitting alone in her classroom long after art classes ended, her paper remains empty. She refuses to draw because she's convinced she lacks the talent to create a real picture. This illustrates the mechanics of a common cognitive trap. The desire to move forward hits a wall made of our own expectations. We convince ourselves that taking action is only justified if we can guarantee a perfect outcome before we even begin. By waiting for the ideal condition of talent to arrive, Vashti has turned a simple piece of paper, an opportunity for expression, into a psychological cage. This same barrier can halt an entire lifetime. Decades ago, 4 young friends, Dinesh, Santosh, Manish, and Praveen, sat around a modest hotel sipping tea and made a rigid pact. The terms were absolute. They vowed to cut off all contact with one another for exactly 40 years. They would only reunite on a specific date 4 decades later, solely to see who had become the most successful. This is the success horizon. On this graph, mapping time against connection, we see how the things that make life worth living, friendship and shared experiences, are pushed further away. They are treated as rewards to be earned later, leaving the present moment hollow. In both stories, life is held hostage by a condition that hasn't been met yet. Whether it's the skill to draw or the status of a career, the result is a deliberate delay of the present for a future that isn't guaranteed. Back in the classroom, we see the first crack in this logic. Vashti's teacher approaches the blank page and ignores the demand for mastery. She offers a single, simple instruction: just make a mark. Frustrated by the pressure, Vashti jabs the paper with a marker, leaving behind a single, aggressive, imperfect dot. She signs her name and hands it over, just to be done with it. The following week, Vashti finds that her teacher has framed that exact messy dot in shining gold. The teacher validated the attempt itself, showing that a small, imperfect start is more valuable than a perfect, empty page. This validation changes everything for Vashti. She begins experimenting, creating dozens of colorful dots that fill an entire art gallery. Later, she passes the lesson on, helping another struggling student start his own journey with a single, shaky line. The lesson is clear. Taking immediate, messy action in the present is the only way to break the paralysis of waiting. 40 years after their pact, the 3 surviving friends meet at a luxury 5-star resort. They have achieved the wealth they once dreamed of. One is a jeweler, another a builder, and the third a businessman. They have finally met the conditions they set for themselves. They are successful. They are wealthy. But as they sit down to celebrate, the 4th chair, the one reserved for Pravin, remains empty. At 8 p.m., a young man enters the room. He introduces himself as Ravi, Pravin's son. Ravi tells the 3 men that his father passed away just 1 month before this meeting. The 40-year milestone they had been chasing for their entire adult lives was missed by mere weeks. Knowing he wouldn't make it, Pravin left one final instruction. He told his son to arrive late to the dinner so his friends could enjoy their long-awaited meal before they had to face the news of his death. It's a reminder that time is indifferent to our plans. The clock doesn't stop to wait for the milestones we've decided are necessary for our happiness. Looking at this timeline, the cost of the pact becomes visible. The 3 men realize they traded 4 decades of shared history for one afternoon at a luxury resort. They spent 40 years in empty space, waiting for a single day that one of them never even reached. Vashti's framed dot and Pravin's final message point to the same reality. Meaning is found in the small, daily actions we often overlook. When we fill our lives with these messy, unorganized moments, they eventually dwarf the major milestones we spend so much time chasing. This is the gift of a great teacher, whether they are standing in an art classroom or sending a message through a sun. They show us that we already have what we need to begin. You don't need a specific bank balance, a special occasion, or a certain level of talent to connect with the people who matter. The perfect moment is a myth. Think of someone right now, pick up the phone, and make your mark today.